Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome. I know this is kind of a weird day for me to be going live. I have been going live on Fridays. I switched to Mondays, and then all of a sudden I'm doing this random Thursday. But I hope that you are, if you're watching live, I hope you will enjoy it and that you'll speak up and let me know you're here. And if you are watching the replay, thank you so much for watching. And I hope that you find something either way that might inspire you. So I'm Shannon Smith. I am excited to create this project with you tonight, and I am going to be using these cute prickly pear stamps and dies. This is called Build an Umbrella. Darren, can you go ahead and, I guess I can wait just a minute or two, but yeah, there, that's what I was waiting for. So I didn't mean to jump right in. Usually I give them a couple of minutes to make sure that everything is live where it needs to be. And
Just
I
keeping me on my toes.
went ahead and joined in. Hello, Donna. How are you? Welcome. I'm so glad you're here with me. So this is Darren is going to put up the links, but there, I think it is more than one stamp set that coordinates. Am I right, Darren?
There's only one on the website that I can find.
Oh, there is only one. Okay. I might be mistaken then. So the die set is Build an Umbrella, and you can see you've got your basic outline of your umbrella, and then you've got these little sections that coordinate with these over here, and we're going to use this one tonight. And then you've got this cute little thing of flowers, and you've got your sentiment. I don't know if you can see this really well. Oh, good. It kind of cleared up there. You've got these cute little ducks and cute little raindrops. This says, you make me happy when skies are gray. And this one says, April showers bring May flowers. So we're going to be using those tonight. And we're going to start off with our umbrella, the little print that layers on it. So I'm going to go ahead and pop out my Misty. I'm going to just check my comments so that I can see what's going on. Okay, so we're going to just start out with our cardstock. And then I'm going to grab our little umbrella and we're going to stamp this twice. Actually, no, I think I'm going to do something else first. Sorry. I did it two different ways, and I just remembered that I liked one way better than the other. So what I'm going to do first is I'm just going to take some of my oxide ink. I've got, this is squeezed lemonade, and this is picked raspberry, and I love both of these colors. So I'm just going to take my little blender brush and just kind of blend the area about the size of the umbrella. Just kind of making a cloud. Can you see that okay? Let me move a little bit. And the comments, I guess, are not going to show up on my phone. So hopefully they'll show up on my screen. I saw Donna's, but I don't know who said hi to Donna unless it was Darren.
I said hi to Donna, and so far that's the only comments you've had.
Okay, perfect. Well, if you're here, please feel free to speak up. It is always fun to chit chat. Okay. So I'm just going to kind of test that out with my stamp. See if we've got the basic area. Might get just a little bit more over here, but basically, yes, we're good. And I'll grab my blending brush for the yellow. And we'll just do the other half. And I just like the soft color that you get when you blend. I like that it's not so solid and not so harsh. Just kind of softens everything up. Sorry, it looks like we're having an earthquake because I'm moving my table too much. I'm not good at blending softly. Okay, so now that we've got that done, we're going to go ahead and slide this into, isn't that a pretty yellow? I think that's a pretty yellow too. But I have to show you, Donna, the next yellow that I'm going to use, I really love too. And it's a different yellow altogether, but it's actually a Gina K yellow, but it's a different kind of ink altogether too. So this, like I said, was the oxide inks, which are just really nice and easy to blend. And then now I'm going to use Gina K ink over the top, and I'm going to use her colors Passionate Pink and Wild Dandelion. And so we're kind of just doing a tone on tone. And you'll see why, because our background is going to have a lot of color to it. So I didn't want to go crazy on the umbrellas as well. So you can see that just kind of softens the color behind it. It's not a stark white. It's got that pretty blend behind it. So now I'm just going to turn my paper, and then I'm going to clean off my stamp real quick and stamp it in yellow. I probably need to move my stamp, it looks like, too. So first things first, let me go ahead and clean it off. And you might notice that my stamps are discolored, and that is okay. They stamp just as well when they're stained, maybe even better sometimes than when they're not. But yeah, red ink is always tricky. Any kind of vibrant red color is pretty hard not to stain. Okay, so now we'll use our yellow. And I didn't move my paper yet, but I think I'm not gonna push down yet because I want to see if I'm gonna clear it, and I'm not. So we're gonna move our paper up and check it. Yep, that looks good. Okay, so now those are all taken care of, and we can move on to, I did already die cut the pieces to these. So this is what they look like when they're all dried and all cut out. So I've got those pieces ready to go. I'll just set this to the side, use that later. And then let me just clean this off really quick, so I don't end up with ink everywhere, if it's not already too late. Sadly, I'll find out when I'm touching the paper. That's usually what happens to me. Okay, so let's just stick this back on. I was going to say back on the set, but what did I do with it? Oh, there it is. Okay. So I already cut out 2 of the umbrellas. Surprise, surprise, I've got this bright pink and this yellow, so that we can stay with our little monochrome theme. And so I'll set those aside for now, and let's move on to our background. So for the background, I was trying to decide if I wanted to put flowers in the little umbrella, just have it upside down and have flowers in it. And I thought, no, it was kind of busy, and I was having a hard time configuring what I wanted to do with that. So I decided instead to make a background, and I will show you. Let's create it together. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use those flowers to create kind of a nice rainbowy background. So let's start with our pink. And I'm just going to lay that across diagonally. I'm glad you like them, Donna. I definitely love both of those colors. You know me, I love color anyway. And I love vibrant color, as you can tell. Okay, so we've got our pink. Yay! Okay, so now let's clean that off. And we're going to be cleaning our stamp a lot. So I hope that's okay. I hope you can stick with me while I clean it every time, because we are going to use lots of colors. Hi, Nicole. Oh, good. Hi, Christy. Hi, Justine. Hi, Mike. I'm glad to see the names are popping up now because I couldn't see them before. Okay. So now I'm just going to take the same stamp. And the nice thing is you can kind of see how the flower goes kind of in and out. Like you've got little bumps and valleys and peaks and valleys. You can kind of just arrange it how you want it to line up kind of close to the next layer. I try not to overlap, but it's, you know, if you overlap, excuse me, no biggie. Don't freak out. It's not a lost cause. It's meant to be handmade, so you just can't freak out. It's meant to be fun. It's meant to be enjoyable. So this color is called Sweet Mango, and it's kind of, you can see it's a really pretty orange color. And I only have it going across halfway because I wanted to fit into those little peaks and valleys. So I'm going to have to stamp it twice. Which is one of the great things about, like I said, having that stamp with the peaks and valleys. You can rearrange it and move it around and have it work where you want it. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and fit it in again and kind of see how I want it to go. And I kind of like it like this. And if you're looking for accuracy, like a completely straight line, all that kind of stuff, I am not your gal. I definitely loosely do a lot of things because I give it a good go, but I have had to learn to be okay with not having every single little detail perfect. So hopefully that's okay. Okay, so now we've got that one done. We can hurry and clean our stamp and go on to our yellow. And we'll just bring back our yellow we were using, that beautiful wild dandelion color. And I'm going to move things around a little bit. Okay. Ooh, probably I should move the stamp first. I didn't even realize I hadn't done that yet. Okay, so we're just going to carefully do that. And we are going to have to just be good with whatever because it's already inked. But that's okay.
Nicole asked if this was Brutus Monroe or Pajama Crafter.
What was that?
Nicole asked if this is Brutus Monroe or Pajama Crafters.
This is Pajama Crafter, and Pajama Crafter carries also prickly pear stamps, and that is what brand this particular set is. So yeah. Let's move our magnets around again. Okay, I'm sorry if I wasn't clear about what whose stuff I was using. Okay, so I think we're going to go ahead and slide this up in here. Might move it down a little bit. All right. time to ink that up. Okay, let's see. See, I went ahead and it overlapped a little bit, and I am honestly fine with that. So I hope you don't get too uptight if you have some overlapping. I'm going to go ahead and clean this before I move it. I'm trying to move quickly, and when I do that, sometimes I skip steps. So I'm going to slow down and just be more careful. So, all right. So now I'm going to do green. Oops. I didn't let it dry long enough before I put it back on there, I don't think. Okay, let's move this guy up a little bit. Maybe move that one down a little bit. Okay, so this green is called Lucky Clover. We'll go ahead and move that. I think I'll bring it a little closer. And so that's going to definitely not be a straight line, and I think that's just fine. I mean, you couldn't have an exactly straight line anyway with this pattern, right? Okay. So now we will move on to, let me clean that off, our blue. And the blue that I chose, where's my rag? There it is. Okay. Nicole, it's okay to be late. I'm just glad you're here. I'm not keeping track of attendance as far as being on time or tardy. It's all good. Okay, so let's move this one down a little bit. Maybe to about right there.
Donna says she likes that green.
I like this green too. It's really just fresh and bright. I love that too. Okay, so now I'm using Turquoise Sea, and I think this is my favorite of Gina K's colors. All right, and then I'm going to flip that over, and we'll catch the other side. And I'm just going to add one more because I don't like that little spot. So I'm just going to move it around till I have a spot that is easy to work with. All right. So we've got our blue. Now we can move on to our purple. Let me just clean that off real quick. And the dogs say hello, just like they almost always do. I can almost always count on them having some sort of barking fit while I'm live. That's just how they roll, I guess. Okay. So we will do the purple one now. I think, well, I think at this point we're okay where we're at. And this is called Wild Lilac, however you like to say it.
Terry Stevens says hi.
Hi, Terry. How are you? Thanks for joining. I hope you're feeling good. Okay, and now we will, you know what? We still have ink on this side. We might even just be able to use that. Almost. It needs a little bit more. I want a little more solid of a... Hi, Cheryl. How are you? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Oh, Terry, you're so sweet. Well, I'm very glad you're here. Okay. I don't know what it is about this rag that I'm using tonight, but it keeps eluding me. It's like blending into my everything. If you saw my desk right now, though, it's a little scary right now. Okay, let's do our last color, and that is going to be our pink again. Oh, didn't let it dry again yet. Hang on, guys. There we go. Yay, we've got our panel done pretty much anyway. I like to, I'll show you two ways, and I'll let you guys decide what you guys think I should do. So I usually like to add a little bit of spritz or whatever, depending on the card. But on this one, I thought it would be nice to kind of put a little bit of blue spray on there, just so that it kind of suggests kind of rain. You know what I'm saying? And I do have an example, or we can go with it just plain clean, which is also sometimes that's the route to choose. So we're going to look at them and see what we think. Just move that out of the way. Whoops, moved everything. Okay, so we've got our little umbrellas. Let's put our umbrellas together first. So I really love Barely Art Glue. I'm going to use that.
Leona says hi.
Hi, Leona. How are you? Thanks for joining. Oh, I need to scroll up so I can see better. There we go. And then we'll put, I like to put the two on the end first and then try to put the center one in. Okay, so we've got our first umbrella. So there it is on the just white. And see, I like this one just because I think you see the umbrellas more than the background, which I think is kind of nice since those are the star of the card, right? So then let's do our yellow on yellow. Yeah, it's good stuff, isn't it, Terry? And you can find this on the Pajama Crafter website. I've had the same glue for a long time. It lasts and lasts. It's definitely well worth the money. I think it's awesome glue. And it dries just the perfect amount of time, I think. Gives you just enough time, a little grace, but not too much grace. If you're impatient like me, you don't want too much time.
Terry said that's her favorite glue as well.
Yeah, yep, I just responded to that. But thank you. You're on it, Darren. Okay, so.
Well, not really.
Yeah. on it enough. Okay, so what do you guys think? Do you like the just white, or do you like the little bit more muted one that kind of plays up the umbrellas a little bit more? I'll leave those there for you guys to have a little, I don't mean to try to influence, but you see what I'm saying though. If you put them here, you can see the umbrellas pop out more. If you put them here, you don't see the umbrellas as much.
You're a little high, Shannon.
Oh, thank you, Darren. So that's my, I'll show you one more time. So there's the muted, where I think you see the umbrellas better. And there's the just white. So whatever your votes are, let me know. And then let's grab the rest of the things that we want to use. We can be playing with that for a minute. You agree with me? Thanks, Cheryl. Awesome. Okay. Muted it is. Thanks, Terry. So I already stamped the sentiment. Just says, you make me happy when skies are gray. I just love that. I don't know. Did everybody else's mom? I'm sure. I think all moms are required almost to sing You Are My Sunshine to their kids. I sing it to my dogs now, but I used to sing it to my babies. In fact, Benji has been I've called him my sunshine boy for years. Okay, so we are going to start with this little guy that I just used one of my scallop border dies. I liked the scallop because I felt like it kind of mimicked the under part of the umbrella. So I thought that would be kind of a fun detail. Just going to scooch it over as far as I can. And I'm doing this a little bit different. Usually I would center everything, but on this one, because I wanted to add this and I still want to have a border, I'm going to line everything up to the side. And so let's go ahead and get our panel over the top. Oh, Sassy. That is my little Sassy dog who definitely lives up to her name. Okay. Let's put this one down and then we'll add some foam squares to the other one. Okay. Speaking of Sassy, I think I just found a little hair of Sassy's. Okay, so now let's see where we want to put our sentiment. That's always the trickiest part for me. Where exactly does that work? And I think this one works probably about right there. We don't want to cover up any of it, the words themselves. I think I'm actually going to scooch that under a little bit. See what I mean? It still had a little bit of play, so we caught it in time before the glue dried. I feel like we don't want them going exactly the same way. Let's kind of turn it that way. I think that works better. So let's go ahead and grab some foam squares. And I think I had it going like that. Okay, so now I think we just need a little bit of bling on there, and we'll put it on our card base and call it good. I've got these little jewels. I think it needs a little bit of sparkle. I want the umbrellas to be my main focal point, so I don't want to, oh, that is not got this stuff on it. All right, we may just be gluing those on. All of the little sticky stuff is sticking to the sheet. But I thought these looked kind of like raindrops, so I think these will be fun. Let me see if I've just got some glue dots handy. Okay, that'll be the quickest way. All right, let's put that kind of right there. I'll put this last one kind of, I think, up at the top by the sentiment. Now we can add it to our card base. All right, so now we just need to decide. I think because we've got everything else lined up that way, I think I'm going to go ahead and line this up to the fold line. If you wanted to, you could just have a border all the way around it. But I kind of think, for me, it bugs me that it's like not finished on the side. So I've got to do it this way.
Leona says it's so cute.
Oh, you're so sweet. Thank you so much, Leona. I'm having a ball. I love spring, and I am such a sucker for umbrellas. I don't know how many umbrella stamp sets I have, but more than I'll ever need. You know, who needs more than just a couple anyway? All right, let's see. I guess I do. All right. So there you have it. Just a fun little spring card. We made our own little pattern paper. I don't know if that means the dogs liked it or not, but no, sorry, they definitely seem to have an opinion. But anyway, thank you so much for joining me tonight. I had so much fun, and I hope that you will have a wonderful weekend. I hope that you are having a wonderful spring, and I will be live on Monday next week, and I will try to keep that schedule consistent. So thank you again for joining me, and I will see you then. Bye.